Hello everyone and welcome back to English is Easy with Mira. Today I will show you 30 phrases that will make you sound more professional in English immediately. These phrases are used every day in American offices, meetings, and emails. Let us begin. Instead of saying, "I want to talk about this," say this. "I would like to discuss this." Meaning, a polite and formal way to start a conversation. Story: imagine your boss walks into the room. You do not say, "Hey, I want to talk about this." You say calmly, "I would like to discuss this." It shows you are serious and professional. Example: I would like to discuss the project timeline. I would like to discuss your feedback with you. I would like to discuss a concern I have. Instead of saying, "What do you mean?" say this. "Could you please clarify that?" Meaning, a respectful way to ask for more explanation. Story: imagine your manager gives you instructions but you are not sure what they mean. You do not say, "Huh?" or "What?" Instead you say, "Could you please clarify that?" It sounds confident and polite. Example: could you please clarify the deadline for this task? Could you please clarify what you mean by that? Could you please clarify the next steps? 3. Instead of saying, "Okay, thanks," say this. "I appreciate your feedback." Meaning, a professional way to receive comments or criticism. Story: imagine your manager points out a mistake. You do not say, "Okay, thanks," or whatever. You say, "I appreciate your feedback." It shows maturity and professionalism. Example: I appreciate your feedback on my presentation. I appreciate your feedback. I will work on it. Thank you. I truly appreciate your feedback. 4. Instead of saying, "I will check," say this. "I will look into this right away." Meaning, a confident phrase showing you will act immediately. Story: imagine a client reports a problem. You do not say, "Okay, I will check." You say, "I will look into this right away." It sounds fast, reliable, and professional. Example: I will look into this right away and update you. I will look into this right away and get back to you. Thank you for letting me know. I will look into this right away. But instead of saying, "Tell me if you need help," say this. "Please let me know if you need anything." Meaning, a polished closing phrase showing you are available. Story: imagine finishing a task for a colleague. Instead of saying, "Tell me if you need help," you say, "Please let me know if you need anything." It sounds warm and professional. Example: please let me know if you need anything else. I am happy to help. Please let me know if you need anything. Please let me know if you need any further assistance. 6. Instead of saying, "I will reply later," say this. "I will get back to you shortly." Meaning, a professional way to say you will respond soon. Story: imagine receiving an email you cannot answer immediately. You do not say, "I will reply later." You say, "I will get back to you shortly." It shows respect for the other person's time. Example: thank you for your email. I will get back to you shortly. I am in a meeting. I will get back to you shortly. I will get back to you shortly with the information you need. Section 2. In meetings. 7. Instead of saying, "Yes, I agree," say this. "That is a great point." Meaning, a professional way to agree and encourage someone. Story: imagine someone shares a good idea in a meeting. You do not just say, "Yes, I agree." You say, "That is a great point." It shows you are listening and engaged. Example: that is a great point. I had not thought of that. That is a great point. Let us build on that idea. I completely agree. That is a great point. Instead of saying, "I disagree but," say this. "With all due respect." Meaning, a polite phrase to disagree without being rude. Story. Imagine someone says something you disagree with in a meeting. You do not just say, "No, that is wrong." You start with all due respect. It allows you to disagree professionally. Example. With all due respect, I see this differently. With all due respect, the data shows otherwise. With all due respect, I think we should reconsider. 9. Instead of saying, "Let us skip this," say this. "Could we table this for now?" Meaning, a professional way to pause a discussion for later. Story. Imagine a meeting is going off track. You do not say, "Let us skip this." You say, "Could we table this for now and come back to it?" It keeps things moving professionally. Example. Could we table this for now and revisit it next week? Could we table this for now so we can stay on schedule? I suggest we table this for now and continue later. 10. I would like to add to that. Instead of saying, "Also," say this. I would like to add to that. Meaning, a smooth way to join a conversation professionally. Story. Imagine your colleague just finished making a point and you have something to add. You do not just say, "Also." You say, "I would like to add to that." It sounds confident and engaged. Example. I would like to add to that. We also need to consider the budget. If I may, I would like to add to that point. I would like to add to that. There is another option worth exploring. 11. Instead of saying, "So you mean," say this. "Let me make sure I understand correctly." Meaning, a professional way to confirm what was said. Story. Imagine someone explains something complex. You do not say, "So you mean this?" You say, "Let me make sure I understand correctly." It shows careful listening and professionalism. Example. Let me make sure I understand correctly. The deadline is Friday? Let me make sure I understand correctly before I proceed. Let me make sure I understand correctly. You want me to revise the report? 12. Instead of saying, "From now on," say this. Going forward. Meaning, a professional phrase to introduce a new plan or direction. Story. Imagine a problem just happened and you want to prevent it in the future. Instead of saying, "From now on," you say, "Going forward." It sounds more formal and strategic. Example. Going forward, please send all reports by Thursday. Going forward, we will hold weekly check-ins. Going forward, I will keep you updated at every stage. Section 3. In emails. 13. Instead of saying, "I wanted to check on," say this. I am writing to follow up on. Meaning, a professional way to start a follow-up email. Story. Imagine you sent an email last week and got no reply. You do not say, "Hey, just checking." You write, "I am writing to follow up on my previous email." It sounds formal and respectful. Example. I am writing to follow up on our conversation last week. I am writing to follow up on the proposal I sent. I am writing to follow up on the status of my application. 14. Instead of saying, "Here is the file," say this. Please find attached. Meaning, a formal way to tell someone you have attached a document. Story. Imagine sending a report by email. You do not say, "Here is the file." You write, "Please find attached the report you requested." It sounds professional and polished. Example. Please find attached the updated report. Please find attached the invoice for your reference. Please find attached the documents we discussed. 15. Instead of saying, "Thanks for replying fast," say this. "Thank you for your prompt response." Meaning, a professional way to thank someone for replying quickly. Story. Imagine someone answers your email within minutes. You do not say, "Thanks for replying fast." You say, "Thank you for your prompt response." It is polished and shows appreciation. Example: thank you for your prompt response. I will proceed accordingly. Thank you for your prompt response to my inquiry. I appreciate your prompt response. It is very helpful. 16. Instead of saying, I wanted to tell you something, say this: I wanted to bring this to your attention. Meaning, a formal phrase to alert someone to something important. Story: imagine you notice a problem that your manager does not know about. You do not say, hey, I wanted to tell you something. You write, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Example: I wanted to bring this to your attention before the deadline. I wanted to bring this to your attention as soon as possible. I wanted to bring this issue to your attention respectfully. 17. Instead of saying, feel free to message me, say this: please do not hesitate to contact me. Meaning, a polished way to invite someone to reach out. Story: imagine ending a professional email. Instead of saying, feel free to message me, you write, please do not hesitate to contact me. It sounds warm and professional. Example: please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Please do not hesitate to contact me for further assistance. I am available at any time. Please do not hesitate to contact me. 18. Instead of saying, I hope you reply, say this: I look forward to hearing from you. Meaning, a standard professional closing for emails. Story: imagine ending a business email. You never say, I hope you reply. You always close with, I look forward to hearing from you. Every professional email ends this way. Example: I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. Section 4. Daily Office. 19. Instead of saying, I am very busy, say this: I have a tight deadline. Meaning, a professional way to explain you are under time pressure. Story: imagine a colleague asks you for a favor but you have a deadline. You do not say, I am very busy. You say, I have a tight deadline right now. It is specific and professional. Example: I have a tight deadline today. Can we meet tomorrow? I have a tight deadline, so I need this information urgently. I would love to help, but I have a tight deadline this afternoon. 20. Instead of saying, I will come back to you, say this: I will circle back with you. Meaning, a professional phrase meaning you will return to discuss later. Story: imagine you need more time to think about something. Instead of saying, I will come back to you, you say, let me circle back with you on this. It sounds confident. Example: I will circle back with you once I have more information. Let me circle back with you after the meeting. I will circle back with you by end of day. 21. Instead of saying, let us talk next week, say this: let us touch base next week. Meaning, a professional phrase to schedule a future check-in. Story: imagine finishing a conversation with a colleague but needing to continue it. You do not just say, let us talk next week. You say, let us touch base next week. It sounds polished. Example: let us touch base next week to review the progress. Let us touch base next Monday. Does that work for you? I will send you an update and we can touch base next week. 22. I wanted to keep you in the loop. Instead of saying, I wanted to update you, say this: I wanted to keep you in the loop. Meaning, a professional phrase for sharing information proactively. Story: imagine a project is progressing and you want to make sure your manager knows. Instead of saying, I wanted to update you, you say, I wanted to keep you in the loop. It sounds more professional. Example: I wanted to keep you in the loop about the project status. I am reaching out to keep you in the loop on recent developments. Just wanted to keep you in the loop. Everything is on track. 23. Instead of saying we agree, say this. We are on the same page. Meaning, a professional phrase confirming mutual understanding. Story. Imagine finishing a discussion with a colleague and wanting to confirm you both understand the plan. Instead of just saying, we agree, you say, I think we are on the same page now. I am glad we are on the same page about the timeline. Example. Let us make sure we are on the same page before we proceed. Great. It sounds like we are on the same page. 24. Instead of saying, can I talk to you? Say this. Could I have a moment of your time? Meaning, a polite way to ask someone for their attention. Story. Imagine needing to speak with a busy colleague or manager. You do not just say, can I talk to you? You say, could I have a moment of your time? It is respectful and professional. Example. Could I have a moment of your time to discuss something? I know you are busy. Could I have a moment of your time? Could I have a moment of your time before the meeting? Section 5. Confidence phrases. 25. Instead of saying, I think, say this. In my professional opinion. Meaning, a confident phrase to introduce your expert view. Story. Imagine sharing an idea at work. Instead of starting with, I think, you say, in my professional opinion. It makes your point sound more authoritative and confident. Example. In my professional opinion, we should revise the strategy. In my professional opinion, this approach carries some risk. In my professional opinion, the first option is stronger. 26. Instead of saying, it was my fault, say this. I take full responsibility. Meaning, a strong professional phrase showing accountability. Story. Imagine a mistake happened on your watch. Instead of just saying, it was my fault, you say, I take full responsibility and here is how I will fix it. It shows leadership. Example. I take full responsibility for the error and I am fixing it now. I take full responsibility, it will not happen again. I take full responsibility and I have a plan to resolve this. 27. Instead of saying, I think you should, say this. I would strongly recommend. Meaning, a confident phrase to give a professional recommendation. Story. Imagine advising a client or colleague. Instead of saying, I think you should do this, you say, I would strongly recommend. It sounds more expert and authoritative. Example. I would strongly recommend we review the contract again. I would strongly recommend starting the process early. I would strongly recommend this approach for best results. 28. Instead of saying, let me explain, say this. Allow me to clarify. Meaning, a polished phrase to offer an explanation confidently. Story. Imagine there is a misunderstanding in a meeting. Instead of saying, let me explain, you say, allow me to clarify. It sounds more formal and in control. Example. Allow me to clarify what I meant by that. Allow me to clarify the steps we will follow. Before we continue, allow me to clarify one important point. 29. Instead of saying, I think this will work, say this. I am confident that. Meaning, a strong phrase to express belief in a plan or idea. Story. Imagine presenting your plan to a team. Instead of saying, I think this will work, you say, I am confident that this approach will deliver results. It inspires trust. Example. I am confident that we will meet the deadline. I am confident that this solution will work effectively. I am confident that the team is ready for this challenge. 30. Instead of saying, it was nice working with you, say this. It has been a pleasure working with you. Meaning, a warm professional phrase to close a working relationship. Story. Imagine finishing a project with a client or colleague. You do not say, "It was nice working with you." You say, "It has been a pleasure working with you." It is warm and memorable. Example: It has been a pleasure working with you on this project. It has been a pleasure working with you. I hope we work together again. Thank you for everything. It has been a pleasure working with you. And that is all 30 professional phrases. Start using just one of these phrases tomorrow at work or in an email. Then next week use 2 more. If this video helped you, please give it a like and share it with a friend who wants to improve their professional English. Subscribe to English is Easy with Mira for a new lesson every single week. Thank you so much for watching.